Welcome to the podcast, where a passion meets purpose and limits are challenged. I'm your host, Eleonora Gendelman. Let's start bending reality. Right now, in this moment, you are engaging in a conversation that will shape your entire destiny. And that conversation is happening inside your own mind. Every second of every day, you are broadcasting a signal to the universe, to your future self, through the words you speak to yourself. This isn't just a motivational concept. This is the very mechanism that determines whether you stay stuck in the same old patterns or break through to a new level of being. What I'm about to share with you today isn't just theory. It's a proven methodology backed by thousands of case studies where people just like you have completely transformed their lives by mastering one fundamental skill: talking to themselves like a creator. When you understand how to properly direct your inner dialogue, you're not just changing your thoughts, you are changing your gene expression, your brain chemistry, your electromagnetic field, and ultimately your entire reality. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening in your external world and what is happening in your internal world. That's a fact. When you tell yourself, I can't do this, or this is too hard, your brain releases the exact same stress chemicals as if you were actually facing a real threat. Your cells can't tell the difference between a real experience and a thought you are having about an experience. Every time you engage in negative self-talk, you are literally programming your brain to prepare for failure. Your body begins producing stress hormones, your heart rate increases, your immune system suppresses, all because of the words that you are speaking to yourself. Your thoughts create neural networks in your brain. Every time you repeat a thought, you strengthen that neural pathway. It's like walking through a field of tall grass. The more you walk the same path, the more defined that trail becomes. When you constantly tell yourself limiting stories, you are literally carving those limitations into your brain's physical structure. Studies using advanced brain imaging technology show that self-talk activates specific regions in the brain. When you engage in positive, empowering self-talk, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for higher thinking, planning, and executing complex behaviors. You're literally turning on the CEO of your brain. Your cells respond to the chemicals produced by your thoughts. When you consistently feed your body the chemistry of empowerment through powerful self-talk, your cells become more sensitive to positive thought chemicals. This is why people who master self-talk don't just feel better temporarily. They literally transform their biology. The mind-body connection through words is so powerful that it can actually change your DNA expression. When you speak to yourself with certainty, with the knowledge that you are the master of your fate, you are literally reprogramming your genetic expression through your internal dialogue. But here's what most people do not understand. It's not just about replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. It's about creating a new level of self-talk that matches the energy of where you want to go, not where you have been. When you talk to yourself like a boss of your life, you are not just giving yourself pep talks. You are literally broadcasting a new electromagnetic signature into the field of infinite possibilities. Your words create waves of electromagnetic energy that extend beyond your body. When you align your self-talk with your highest intentions, you are creating coherence between your thoughts, your biology, and your energy field. This coherence is what allows you to attract and create experiences that match your new level of thinking. The fundamental part of self-talk isn't just in making you feel better. It's in literally reorganizing your biology, restructuring your brain, and realigning your energy field to become a match for the future you are trying to create. This is the science of transformation. And it begins with the words you speak to yourself in the privacy of your own mind. Look around you right now, your current reality, your current circumstances, your current life situation. It's all a product of your habitual thought patterns. Most people live their entire lives on automatic pilot, recycling the same thoughts, feelings, and behaviors day after day. And then they wonder why nothing changes. They're living in their past, creating their future from memories of past experiences. Your brain is a record of the past. Every memory you have creates a network of neurons that are connected to an emotional response. When you wake up each morning, if you're not conscious about it, your brain automatically activates those same neural networks, producing the same thoughts, which create the same feelings, which drive the same behaviors. It's a loop that keeps you stuck in the past. Most people's default thought patterns sound like this. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. Things always go wrong for me. These are not just harmless thoughts. They are instructions to your nervous system. Every time you think these thoughts, you are installing them deeper into your neural architecture. You are conditioning your body to expect and accept limitations. In the quantum field, all possibilities already exist. Your consciousness, your attention, your intention, your self-talk is what collapses those infinite possibilities into actual experiences. When you're running your default program of negative self-talk, you are literally closing the door on the infinite possibilities available to you in the quantum field. The energy frequency of a thought like, I can't, is completely different from the energy frequency of, I am becoming. Negative thoughts create disordered patterns in your body's energy field, while empowering thoughts create coherent, harmonious patterns. You can consciously choose to shift your energy frequency through deliberate self-talk. When you start speaking to yourself like a boss, you are not just changing your thoughts, you are literally changing the electromagnetic signal you are broadcasting to the quantum field. You are opening yourself up to possibilities that exist beyond your current reality. Every great invention, every breakthrough, every transformation in human history started as a thought that didn't match current reality. Einstein had to think beyond the current understanding of physics. You have to think beyond your current circumstances to create something new. The gap between your current state and your potential state isn't just psychological. It's energetic. It's the difference between broadcasting the frequency of limitation and broadcasting the frequency of infinite possibility. And the bridge between these states is the word you speak to yourself when nobody else is listening. Your brain is changing right now as I'm speaking these words. That's the principle of neural plasticity. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on your thoughts, experiences, and most importantly, what you tell yourself. Every time you engage in self-talk, you are either reinforcing old neural pathways or creating new ones. This isn't just psychological change, it's physical transformation at the level of your brain structure. When you start talking to yourself in a new way, your brain begins to form new synaptic connections. These connections are like electrical highways in your brain. And the more you practice empowering self-talk, the stronger these highways become. The brain is like a garden. Every thought you think is like planting a seed. But here's the key. You can't just plant one seed of positive self-talk and expect a harvest of success. You have to water that garden daily. When you consistently talk to yourself like a boss, you're not just planting seeds, you are creating an entire ecosystem of success in your brain. Repetition is absolutely crucial here. To create new patterns, you need to practice your new self-talk with the same intensity and frequency that created your old patterns. This is where most people fail. They try it for a day or two and give up when they don't see instant results. Research shows it takes about 66 days to form a new habit. That's about 2 months of consistent practice. Every time you choose your new empowering self-talk over your old patterns, you are literally dissolving old neural connections and building new ones. You are becoming a biologically different person. Breaking old patterns requires understanding how they were formed in the first place. Your current self-talk patterns were created through repeated thoughts and emotions, usually during times of stress or strong emotional experiences. These patterns got wired into your brain's neural architecture. But here's the amazing thing about your brain. It doesn't care if a pattern is good or bad, empowering or limiting. It just responds to your repetition and emotional intensity. So when you start talking to yourself like a boss, you need to bring the same level of emotional intensity to your new self-talk that created the old pattern. This means feeling the truth of your new words in your body. Do not just say, I am powerful. Feel what it's like to be powerful. Your brain doesn't respond to words alone. It responds to the emotions those words generate. The process of rewiring your brain through self-talk isn't just about positive thinking. It's about creating new neural networks that support your highest potential. Every time you catch yourself in old negative self-talk and consciously choose to speak to yourself with power, you are literally carving new pathways in your brain. You are creating a new network of neurons that will eventually become your default operating system. This is why consistency is so important. Every morning when you wake up, your brain tries to activate its familiar neural networks. But when you consistently interrupt those patterns with this new level of self-talk, you begin to create a new normal. Your brain starts to expect success, to anticipate breakthrough, to look for opportunities rather than obstacles. When you talk to yourself like a boss, you are not just changing your thoughts, you are changing your entire state of being. This isn't about temporary motivation. It's about fundamentally shifting your state of consciousness to match your highest potential. When you consistently generate emotions like certainty, confidence, and belief through your self-talk, you create what scientists call coherence in your body, your heart, your brain. This coherent state is measurable. It creates a completely different signature in your body's energy field. Most people let their environment dictate their emotional state. Someone cuts them off in traffic, they get angry. Somebody criticizes them, they feel worthless. A bill arrives, they feel anxious. But when you develop this new mindset, you'll learn to maintain your elevated state regardless of external circumstances. Your self-talk becomes your anchor in the storm of daily life. Your brain is constantly scanning your environment and comparing it to your internal state. If your self-talk is consistently powerful and directed, your brain starts filtering reality through that lens. You literally begin to perceive different opportunities, different possibilities, different potential outcomes. You are training your nervous system to expect success rather than get ready for failure. Creating from a place of power means understanding that your thoughts are not just reactions to your environment. They are instructions to your nervous system. When you talk to yourself in this new way, you are programming your body to maintain high levels of energy, focus, and determination. You're not waiting for success to feel successful. You are generating the emotional signature of success through your internal dialogue. It's not about forcing positive thoughts. It's about consistently choosing thoughts that align with your highest vision for yourself. Just like your body can become addicted to stress hormones, it can become addicted to the chemistry of success. You start to feel uncomfortable when you're not operating at your highest potential. Your new mindset isn't about being perfect. It's about being deliberate. When challenges arise, your self-talk doesn't focus on the problem. It immediately shifts to solution mode. How can I use this? How is this happening for me? What is the opportunity here? These are the questions you would ask yourself. This kind of directed self-talk keeps you in your power mode, even when facing obstacles. Your emotional state is not something that happens to you, it is something you create through your moment-by-moment choice. Take full responsibility for maintaining your optimal state. Do not wait for motivation. Generate it through your internal dialogue. Do not hope for confidence. Create it through your self-directed thoughts. This is where real transformation happens, when your self-talk becomes so consistently empowered that operating at a higher level becomes your new normal. You're no longer trying to be successful. You are simply being who you've trained yourself to be through persistent, powerful internal dialogue. Let's get practical about implementing this powerful self-talk system into your daily life. Everything we discussed means nothing without consistent, deliberate action. Your morning self-talk routine is the foundation of everything. The moment you open your eyes, your brain is most receptive to new programming. This is your prime time to set the tone for your entire day. Here's your morning protocol. Before you reach for your phone, before you check your emails, take those first 15 minutes to engage in directed self-talk. Put your hand on your heart, feel your heartbeat, and start instructing your mind and body about who you're going to be today. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today, I am fully charged with energy and purpose. Every cell in my body is awakening to its highest potential. I am the source of my success. Now, let's talk about managing those challenging situations that inevitably come up. Most people let circumstances dictate their internal dialogue, but you're going to do something different. You're going to create a pattern interrupt. The moment you feel stress or pressure building, pause, take a breath. Your new self-talk in these moments becomes the tool. Tell yourself, this is where I show what I'm made of. This challenge is here to strengthen me. I have everything I need to handle this situation with power and clarity. The secret to reversing negative patterns is not just about stopping negative thoughts. It's about replacing them with specific empowering alternatives. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't handle this, immediately counter with, I have handled challenges before, and I'm stronger now than ever. It's like being your own high-performance coach, constantly redirecting your focus toward your power rather than your limitations. Every time you choose empowering self-talk over negative self-talk, you are strengthening those neural pathways. Start small, pick one area of your life where negative self-talk is holding you back. Focus your new self-talk specifically on that area for 30 days straight. No excuses, no days off throughout your day. Create specific trigger points for powerful self-talk. Every time you walk through a doorway, use it as a reminder to check your internal dialogue. Every time you take a drink of water, use that moment to hydrate your mind with empowering thoughts. Every time you look at your phone, let it remind you to speak to yourself with authority and purpose. Here's another powerful technique. Record yourself speaking your most empowering self-talk statements. Listen to them while you are getting ready in the morning, during your commute, while you are exercising. Your voice, speaking words of power directly to your subconscious mind, creates a feedback loop of positive reinforcement. When you are facing a big challenge or important task, use pre-framing self-talk. Before you even begin, tell yourself, I am fully prepared for this. Everything I need is already within me. I perform with excellence under pressure. You are literally programming your nervous system for success before the event even begins. End your day with a self-talk review. Ask yourself, where did I maintain my power today? Where did I let external circumstances dictate my internal dialogue? What specific self-talk will I upgrade tomorrow? This isn't about judgment. It's about constant refinement and strengthening of your mental game. Implementation is not about perfection. It's about progression. Every time you catch yourself in old patterns and choose new empowering self-talk instead, you are rewiring your brain. You are training your nervous system to operate at a higher level. You are becoming the boss of your own biology. Your body is an incredible universe of approximately 50 trillion cells, and every single one of those cells is listening to your self-talk right now. When you speak to yourself with certainty and power, your brainwaves become more organized and your entire system moves into a state of optimal performance. Your cells are constantly renovating themselves, replacing old patterns with the new ones based on the signals they receive. When you maintain elevated states through consistent, powerful self-talk, you are literally building a new body that's more aligned with your highest potential. Your biology becomes a reflection of your dominant thoughts. You are combining clear intention with elevated emotion to create a force that literally bends reality. Your self-talk becomes a bridge between your current reality and the infinite field of possibilities. You are not trying to convince yourself of anything. You are speaking from the absolute knowing of who you are becoming. When you talk to yourself at this level, you are pulling your future into your present moment. Your words are not hopes or wishes. The key to this advanced practice is combining your self-talk with vivid future self-visualization. When you speak to yourself, you are simultaneously seeing, feeling, and experiencing your future self in the present moment. I am becoming transforms into I am. You're not working towards something, you are speaking as the person who has already achieved it. You are living from the end result. Your self-talk isn't reactive to circumstances. It's creating circumstances. You are speaking from the energy of your future self, and that energy becomes your new normal. Your self-talk isn't about achievement. It's about transformation. You're not trying to get somewhere. You are becoming someone new. Every word you speak to yourself carries the frequency of that new identity. Your internal dialogue isn't about what you want to have or do. It is about who you are. Self-talk isn't just personal. It's universal. When you master this level of internal dialogue, you're not just changing your own identity. You are contributing to the collective field of consciousness. Your elevated state, maintained through powerful self-talk, becomes a beacon that affects everyone around you. When your self-talk becomes so aligned with your highest potential that you naturally draw opportunities, circumstances, and relationships that match your new level of being. You are not hoping for change anymore. You are speaking it into existence. Everything you've learned today about mastering your self-talk isn't just information. It's an invitation to step into a new level of being. Right now, in this moment, you have all the tools you need to begin this transformation. Every great achievement in human history started with someone speaking to themselves differently than everyone else. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every transformation began with internal dialogue that didn't match current reality. The power to change your entire life exists in the space between your thoughts. It exists in those moments when you catch yourself in old patterns and choose to speak to yourself with the authority of someone who knows their own power. Your brain is rewiring itself based on every word you speak. The field of infinite possibilities is waiting for your instructions. The only question is, what reality will you speak into existence? Every word you speak to yourself is either moving you toward that new reality or keeping you tied to your past. The universe is listening. What will you say? If you found this episode valuable, please rate, review, and share with someone who would benefit as well. Thank you for choosing yourself, doing the work, and creating change. Keep living with purpose.